Faz uma geral dele aí, arma a lutinha. Faz aí um plano aberto dele. Plano abertinho dele, isso. Corpo inteiro.
Lately, something's been off. Dude's been traveling the world, posting wild stuff on social media, and trash talking way more than we're used to from him, and usually, that's okay. But we're not used to seeing Alex Pereira that way. And honestly, it feels like the fame might be getting a little bit to his head. And with a tough fight against Ankalaev coming up, it feels like we are witnessing the signs of a downfall. Alex used to have this aura of invincibility. He was this quiet, focused killer who let his fists do the talking. But now it feels like the spotlight might be messing with him. And it's normal for something like that to happen. Nobody stays the same forever. Everybody changes. But he just doesn't have the same silent, scary aura he once had. Don't get me wrong, fighters deserve to enjoy their success, but when you've got a monster like Ankalaev waiting for you, maybe it's time to focus. And the trash talk just seems out of character. It's like he's trying to be Sean Strickland all of a sudden. I mean, where's the quiet, focused killer we saw in the octagon? So, here's the big question. Is fame getting to Alex Pereira's head? And will it be his downfall? Look, we've seen this story before. Fighters get a taste of success, start believing their own hype, and then reality hits them hard when they meet the hungry young contender. Pereira's got the skills to stay at the top, but only if he stays focused. Right now, it feels like he's more interested in being a celebrity than a fighter. And in the UFC, that's a dangerous game to play. Here's the thing about fame and money. Not everyone can handle it. We've seen it time and time again in combat sports. We've had great examples of people who had identical lifestyles before and after the money and fame, and people who crumbled at the first chapter of their success. And Pereira seems to be going on the bad side of this. It seems like an exaggeration, right? Well, sometimes the downfall has small, hard-to-notice signs. And you can see it in Pereira. It usually starts when you get called a star rather than a fighter. And look at Alex. He's constantly in different countries, dressing up in weird outfits, doing weird gigs, and engaging in antics that he would have never done before. Ever since beating Khalil, he's been working on his stardom and fame more than his fighting career. And I know that he kinda deserves it. He did everything to be done in combat sports. But unfortunately, that's usually the beginning of a downfall. Also, after his recent fight against Khalil, the emotionless guy who almost never celebrates, even in the biggest fight of his career against Adesanya in 2022, is now mocking his respectful opponent after he TKOs him? He's changing, that's for sure. And let's talk about Ankalaev for a second. This guy is not the type of opponent you overlook. He's a beast, a dangerous mix of elite striking and suffocating wrestling. If Pereira isn't 100% locked in, this could be a disaster waiting to happen. Pereira thrives when he's able to control the fight on the feet. But against Ankalaev, that might not be so easy. Ankalaev has power, he has patience, and most importantly, he has wrestling. If he decides to take Pereira down and keep him there, this could be a very long night for the champ. And this is why Pereira's recent shift is worrying. The old Pereira would be locked in, preparing for a guy like Ankalaev with tunnel vision. The current Pereira? He's too busy going viral on Instagram. Maybe Pereira is just enjoying his success a little before locking in again. I mean, fighters need balance after all. But if this is a permanent shift, then it's a serious problem. History has shown us what happens when fighters lose focus. Think about guys like Ronda Rousey, who let the Hollywood lifestyle distract her. Or even Conor McGregor, who went from being the most disciplined fighter on the planet to a full-time businessman who only trains when it's convenient. And you know what the result was. Pereira is not invincible. If he lets the fame, the social media antics, and the distractions take over, he could very well suffer the same fate. And with Ankalaev waiting for him, the consequences could be brutal. So, what's next for Pereira? Is he going to prove that he's still the same ice-cold killer, ready to dismantle Ankalaev? Or is he going to be another tale of a fighter who lost himself to fame? Right now, the warning signs are there. He's changing. He's acting different. He's not the same Pereira who destroyed people with terrifying precision. But we won't truly know until fight night. If he steps into the octagon and dominates Ankalaev, then maybe we're all overreacting. But if he struggles, if he looks off, if he gets taken down and controlled, then we'll have our answer. Fame got to Alex Pereira, and it cost him everything.